And we are about to begin. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Let's just begin. I think now is about the right time to start. Um, yes, so let's just jump into the markets. Jump into the markets. Jump in. Let me just set myself up real quick. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Just to set myself up and just open up. So today, guys, it's going to be a bit different than what you used to. I'm just going to show you more practically now another strategy, guys. It's not the one that you've probably been seeing or the one that you're used to seeing. Today is a bit different because we're going to be doing a little bit more practical examples today. I'm going to show you how to actually basically trade using this indicator here. It's called the onyx scalper. And then basically what you need to know from here is basics are you need to understand support and resistance. You need to understand trend lines. So support, resistance, and trend lines. That's what you need to understand in order to actually fully benefit from this type of trading style. Okay. So you also have to understand what breakouts are in order to understand or to be able to use this thing effectively. Okay. So for those of you who have just joined, this session is going to be a bit different to what you're used to, guys. So for some of you, you might be new and you're just trying to figure things out, but that's okay. That's okay. We all learn. Just take it easy and just try to understand. It's very simple. Okay. So we're gonna touch a little bit on support, resistance, trend lines. We're going to be using trend lines, and then we're going to be talking about breakouts. Okay. So as I explain these things, I'll try to define them for you. Okay. But we're just generally going to be looking at the MetaTrader 4 chart. Okay. And then I'm going to show you how to actually do technical analysis using this trading indicator. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, technical analysis is basically a skill that you have to learn, and then you have to apply it to a price chart. Okay, and then once you have that skill, you'll be able to read charts. So technical analysis helps you to understand and to read the price chart. Like when I talk about the price chart, I'm talking about the chart that you're seeing right now. Okay, so let me just make it plain for you guys. This is a price chart. You see the one with the price showing you the candles when they go up and down. So when you do technical analysis, it helps you to understand what's going on. Okay, so today we are going to be using the onyx scalper, okay, to do technical analysis. Okay, we're going to be using onyx scalper to do technical analysis and to understand what the market is doing, and then it's going to help us to actually anticipate what's going to happen next. Okay, but let's recap, guys. All the things that I spoke to you about and told you about still valid. Like, especially when you are trading, okay, you firstly need to understand the session that you're in. That's very important. You need to understand what's going on and like which session are you in, okay, because that will determine what you'll trade. Because different things move at different times. Okay, you find that sometimes a certain currency pair will be more active in the London session than it is in the US session. So you need to have that background. Okay, so for today, I'm just going to be using the US 30 as an example, but you can apply this to any market. Okay, so let's just keep it simple, keep it clean, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so there are a few things that you're going to do. I'm going to do them like a few times, okay, so that you guys can actually understand and follow what I'm talking about. Okay, the first thing you're going to do when you have the system loaded on to your MetaTrader 4 chart, okay, you're not just going to start trading from the bat, all right? But, okay, before we go into that, let me just talk about this indicator a little bit, all right? So the general, like when you get this indicator out the box, okay, the rules are like this, right? Just so that you understand. you can see that there's this blue band and there's that yellow band, okay? So the way this thing works is when this yellow band turns to blue, that's when you buy the market. That's when you actually buy, okay? And then this diamond right here, this actually confirms your buy. Okay, so when you see this, that's actually a confirmation that you should be buying, okay? Good night, girls. Good night. My kids are coming in. Oh, pray for you. Good night. Okay, good night. Good night. You know how it is, guys. You know how it is. You know how it is. But anyway, like I was saying, when this yellow band turns blue, that's when you actually take a buy. Okay. I'm just talking about the general rules, guys. And then when this blue band turns yellow, that's when you actually open up a sell. Okay. So when this turned yellow, the sell was actually right there at the band when it turned. Okay. And then the confirmation is this diamond that appears here for you to actually sell some more. Okay. Very easy. That's the general rules. Okay. And then if you look at this chart again, you notice that there's boxes around everywhere. Okay, there's boxes. You'll see what I mean. Just let me just enlarge it so that you can see it better. Hold on. Okay, so you can notice, guys, that there are boxes around the charts. Okay, there's boxes. So what these boxes generally mean is they just for one trading day, they show you the highest price that was reached and it shows you the lowest price that was reached on that trading day. So if you look at the chart currently where it is, this where I'm standing at right there, that's where the highest price that was reached today. Okay. And then if you look at the bottom of the box, that was the lowest price that the price reached today, that the US 30 reached today. Okay. So that's how the box comes into formation. And then if you look at the previous day, okay, the top of the box is the highest price that was reached on that day, yesterday, and then the bottom of the box is actually the lowest price that was reached yesterday. Okay, so you get my point. So it's the top of the box is the highest price, and the bottom of the box is the lowest price. So why is that important? Okay, we're going to use those highest points and lowest points to do or to draw something called support and resistance. Okay. So it's very important because when we're using the daily highs and the daily lows of price, those are reliable key levels. Okay. So that means that when the price reaches that area, it's going to have some sort of reaction to it. So it's very significant to know where the highest price or the lowest price is. Okay. So it's very easy, guys. It's very easy. Don't be intimidated by this English, this resistance and support. It's nothing. Okay. So once you've got your setup on, the first thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna change the chart and put H1, which is the hourly chart. Okay. That's where we're gonna start for this particular example, right? And then this is what the chart will probably look like. Okay. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna start putting horizontal lines. Okay, let me just make that darker. Let me just do it quickly. You're gonna start putting horizontal lines at the current day that you're at. So this is today's current price right there, that box there. So I put the horizontal line at the bottom of the box because that's the lowest price that was reached today. Okay. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put price or the horizontal line at the top of the box, right there. Okay. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go to the previous day and do the same thing. But yesterday's highest price was pretty much almost close to today's highest price. So I'm just going to go to the previous days to get more reliable levels because otherwise I'm going to have too many lines. Okay. So then I'm going to put the highest point at the there, as you can see. Just try to follow, guys. I'll do this again. You'll get in just a little bit. And then, you just do the horizontal lines for the previous days and for the previous highs. Okay. so that you have what you're doing right now. You are creating market structure. You understanding the market. Okay, this is very important, guys. It's very important. This is very, very important that you understand this. Okay. Now, once you've done that, okay, once you've got your horizontal lines on your H1 chart, okay, you've got your support and resistance, okay? One thing you need to understand is what's the significance. So generally what you expect is if you see price breaking through a line, you know, and then let's say if where it is right now, it goes up and then it breaks that line there, the next place that you'd most likely expect it to go to is the next resistance, okay? So price moves from level to level. Okay. So once it breaks a certain level, it's going to the next level. Okay. So when you're trading, that's actually very important for you to know or have an idea of where the price is going to go. Okay. Same thing for if it's dropping. If the price drops and breaks this line, okay, then that means the next level that it can go to is that one there beneath it. And if it breaks that line, it can go to the lower levels as well. So these levels are where it actually take profit. Okay, that's where it actually take profit, because price has a tendency to go back to the previous day highs, the previous day lows. Okay, so it's very, very important for you to actually have that on your chart. Okay. Now, once we've got our support and resistance loaded, okay, and I'm just taking too much time on this right now, but once you've got your support and resistance loaded, you start with the trend lines, okay, your trend lines. So if you don't understand trend lines, guys, there's this trading book that I have that I can share with you guys, which explains this very nicely for those of you who like to read. Okay, I got you, okay? So basically you do your trend lines, okay, you join the peaks. What that does also, it creates support and resistance lines, but ones with angles. Okay, I don't want to make this sound like it's a geometry class. It's not. All right, so it's like an inclining line that you draw. You just draw in the low points. Okay, and then you go to the top side as well, and you do the same thing. You do the same thing and you draw the lines, that you do your trend lines. Okay, just follow, guys, don't worry, you'll get it in just a bit. All right, so once you've done that, okay, you have just created structure for you. Now you understand, you have a bit of an idea of what's going to happen. Let me just make it plain for you. So let's just say where the market is right now. If it breaks out this top level here, okay, if it breaks out that top level, hold on, guys, let me just mute everybody. All right. My bad for that, guys. My bad, my bad, my bad. I just got a little bit distracted, but it's all good. So anyway, back to what we're talking about. After you've done your support and resistance based on the previous daily highs and daily lows, and you've completed going your trend lines, okay, now you have an idea of what the price is doing. You need to understand the price before you trade it. So right now, I understand what the price is doing, because I know that if the price and breaks that trend line, okay, and then it goes up and then it breaks this horizontal resistance or this horizontal line, we know that most likely if the price continues to go up, it will definitely come to the previous daily high. And then if it breaks that level, it's going to go up and hit the next level. So remember, price moves level to level, okay? Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Everything is easy, guys. So once you've got that established, it's very easy. Don't let this intimidate you, okay? Once you've got your support and resistance lines and your trend lines drawn up on your chart, you just flip over to the lower time frames, which is the 15-minute or the 5-minute chart, depending on whatever you want to trade. But I like to just jump down back to the 15-minute chart, okay? And then as you can see right now, this is how we are seeing the market right now, okay? Remember what I told you. I said that when this yellow band turns blue, you actually anticipate to buy. But then as we're jumping into it right now, you know, we're not going to buy because we're a bit late. So we're not going to buy right now. It's not really confirmed to us. It has to make sense with, it has to like align with our price action. We need to see the indicator telling us to buy or sell, and then there needs to be a breakout. Okay, so when would I actually buy this trade, or when would I actually open up a buy? I'd actually wait to see what's going to happen. Okay, if the price continues to go up and it breaks this trend line here, okay, this trend line here that's going up, if it breaks that trend line and then it continues to break that resistance, you know that a close above this level, it signifies that you must target the next upper zone, which is up there. So if the price goes up, breaks this level, and then it closes above, you know, you can actually anticipate it that it's going to touch these top levels here. These are very, very accurate levels, guys. Once you start doing this, you'll be shocked at how accurate it is, but it does take a little bit of practice. Okay, it takes a little bit of practice and understanding, but once you start understanding it, you'll run with it. Okay, now as the price is right now, okay, so you actually have to wait a little bit more in order to actually see the breakout. Okay, now what if the opposite happens? Okay, if the opposite happens, where are you going to sell? Okay, so now let's say the price doesn't go up, okay, and then it continues to go down. All right, the indicator is going to tell you to sell. It's going to turn from blue and then it's going to turn to yellow. Okay, and then once that happens, it's alerting you that you must look for sell. And then as the price drops, if it breaks that trend line, okay, and then it comes down and breaks that horizontal level, guess what? Where is your target going to be? Your target is going to be toward the lower levels that you've drawn previously. Okay, so if it comes down and breaks this level, it means that you're going to trade to that level at the bottom, because price moves from level to level. Okay, when it goes from one level, it's going to the next level. So if it comes down and it breaks that level, you know that you can enter there, and then you can just apply risk management, follow your trades like I showed you guys, and then, you know, just stay in the trade for as long as possible until you reach the target. Okay, and then if that target is broken, you know, where's the next target? If it breaks that bottom part, is it going to go? It goes down to the next level. Okay, so that's how you look at it, and that's pretty much what you have to do. Okay, but I know I said a lot. We're just going to look at a few more examples. So let's just open up a random chart of, let's just see, maybe let's look at GBP AUD. Okay, let me just load up the indicator. Okay, let's just wait a few seconds. It's going to pop up now, I promise. Okay, it is. All right, so like I said, guys, we are trying to find breakouts. Okay, we're trying to find trades, and we're trying to do technical analysis. So we're going to do that in a few minutes. Like, it's going to be very, very quick. This is actually a very quick process. Okay, so the first thing that you do is you hop up to the H1 chart. That's the first thing you do. Okay, that's the first thing you do all the time. You start on the H1 chart. Okay, and then you mark up your support and resistance. Okay, like I mentioned to you before. Okay, you start with the highest of the day and the lowest of the day, and then you go to the previous day. You mark up your chart. You put the high, you put the low, and then you go back. Like, if the price is closed like this, you don't have to put every single line. It must just make sense. Okay, go to the previous days. You don't have to go like to like far away, because sometimes price will not even reach those levels. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it for very quickly for you guys, roughly. Okay, and then once you got your support and resistance line, guys, if you don't understand, just let me know in the chats. Okay, but you'll get it, don't worry. This is like easy as ABC. But then, okay, once you've got your support and resistance lines drawn, and then you're going to start doing your trend lines. Okay, you're going to do your trend lines. You are going to do your trend lines, and okay, you're going to do your trend lines like that. Okay, and then after you've done your trend lines, you're going to hop up to the 15-minute chart, which is a lower time frame. So now you understand what's happening in the market. Okay, so now the indicator is telling us to sell. As you can see, the blue band turned to yellow. So this was alerting us to sell. So when are we going to sell? If now, we're not going to sell immediately, but we're going to wait to see a breakout. So if this price now comes down and breaks this trend line, okay, and then if it breaks that horizontal support or that horizontal line there, all right, that's where you actually open up the trade in this region here at the bottom, okay? And then if you enter the trade there, where is your take profit? Where is your target? Your target is down there to the next zone. It's down there at the bottom to the next zone, okay? So you keep it simple like that, all right? And then if it so does happen that you jump up on a chart and you can do more trend lines on a 15-minute chart, do that, because that gives you even more structure, okay? So also, like if you see like what the price is doing right now, if it doesn't go down, okay, if it doesn't go, the key is you need to wait and see what's going to happen, okay, and then you just react to what the market does, okay. So then now if you see that the market isn't going down to break these levels for a sell, what you do is you wait for what the indicator would tell you. If the indicator tells you that it's time to buy, then you wait for the breakout. Okay, so if it tells you to buy here, like if it turns and becomes blue and tells you to buy, only going to open up the trade when you see a breakout of the upper zone. So if it breaks that level, you target the next zone. If it breaks that level, you target the next zone. Easy peasy, easy peasy, easy peasy. Okay. Let's look at another example. Maybe let's just try to do a few examples so that you guys can actually understand what I'm talking about. So let's look at the Euro USD, okay? Let's look at the Euro USD right now and put the indicator on there. Same thing every single time, okay? And remember, guys, what I told you, you need to trade when, let's say, whatever it is that you're choosing to trade, like you need to apply these things when you expect the market to be active. Okay, so the Euro USD is active in the London session and in the US session. Okay, so in that time, after the market open, you can start looking for opportunities. Okay, or you can start analyzing before market opens, maybe an hour before, then you just start marking up your charts. Okay, market will make more sense to you so that when the volatility of the market open happens, you know exactly what to do. You're not caught off guard. Okay. You just need to be a little bit disciplined. So let's just follow our rules again, guys. Let's just go back. Okay, let's just say H1. You start on H1 every single time. Okay, you start on the H1 every single time. And then what you do is you look at current day that you're trading at. Okay, you mark up the high, you mark up the low. Okay, and then you go to the previous day, you mark up the low. Okay, like that. Okay, and you mark up the high. Okay, just like that. And you go to the previous day, if necessary, you mark up the low. Okay, and then you mark up the high. All right, so on and so forth. Let me just do that previous day there. You know, some of these things you'll do yourselves, guys. Okay, so if you really, really can't see the bottom levels, you can even go up to the H4 chart. Like right now, I couldn't see the next level, so I'm just gonna put one there, and then I'm gonna put one there. Okay, for interest's sake. So I'm gonna jump back to H1, and then I'm gonna see what it is that I can do. So you try to do your trend lines here. You join the highs. Okay, do your highs, create structure, understand the market. So what we're doing right now, guys, for those of you who came in late, we are creating structure right now. We are understanding the market. You need to understand the market by doing technical analysis. So technical analysis is what we're doing right now. Okay. So after you've done your trend lines, guys, you jump to your 15-minute chart and you see what's happening. Okay. And then right now, the indicator obviously is telling you that it was selling time. As you can see, guys, this has been dropping for a while. Okay, I actually caught this trade. Yeah, I actually made some money on this trade, but that's besides the point. This is not about me. It's about the chart. Okay. So if you come to the 50-minute chart and you can see that there's another trend line that you can draw, you can just go ahead and do that. Okay. Who says you can't do it? You can do it. Okay. So now there's two things. So now what you do is you wait to see a breakout. Okay. You wait to see what the indicator is going to do. If the indicator continues to say that it's selling, you'll continue to sell when it breaks these levels at the bottom here. Okay. When it breaks these levels at the bottom, if it breaks that level, you know that the target is the next level. If it breaks that level, the target is the next level. Okay. But then obviously, if it doesn't do that, you wait and see what the price will do. If it doesn't, and then it turns and the indicator tells you to buy, you're only going to buy when you see a breakout. So if the price goes up, breaks from the top part, breaks that part, you target the next part. If it goes up and breaks that part there, you will target the next part, and so on and so forth. That's all you do, guys. If there's something that you want me to look at specifically right now, just let me know in the chat, and then I'll just look for that for you very quickly. So I don't know what else to look at and make an example for you guys. Let me see. What else can I look at? USD CAD. I'm just going to do USD CAD, guys. I'm going to do it for you guys, okay? Very, very simple. I hope I didn't lose you guys. This is actually very, very easy. This is one of the easiest methods that you can actually apply to the markets, okay? Like I said, we start on the H1. I'm going to go very quick because I'm almost out of time. You mark up your low. You mark up your high. Okay, go to the previous day, mark up the high, mark up the low. Okay, mark up the lows of the previous days if necessary. All right. And then let's just zoom out a bit to see the top levels. Mark up the high previous days, just like that, okay? Once you got that done, once you got the support and resistance done, what's the next thing? The next thing is you draw your trend lines, okay? This helps you to understand what the market is doing. You draw your trend lines. Then once you've got your trend lines on, let me see if you can't draw another trend line. There's another one right there. Okay, there's another trend line right there. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I got that. I got my trend lines on. And then now, once you've got your support and resistance and your trend lines on, you just jump down to the 15-minute chart, okay? Just to see what's happening, okay? And then from here, guys, okay, all you do is you just wait and see what the market does. If it breaks to the top, what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy. Okay, so if the price goes up, breaks that point, you know that after it breaks that resistance there, that's your next target. And after that, where's the next target? Up there. Okay, so you're just going to trail that. If it continues to go up, you target the next levels, okay? But then now, if it doesn't and it breaks this trend line here, you know that you must be selling. You must be selling there as well. And then you target the previous levels at the bottom, okay? Very, very easy. I know I'm going a little bit fast, guys, just now, running out of time on this Zoom. So let me just look at, is there any request for anything that you guys want me to look at right now? Let's see if there's anything. What do I want to look at? Just look at something that's very interesting. This is the USDs the US dollar to the South African rand. This is a money pair, guys. If you want something that's actually very volatile, makes a lot of money, this is what you need to trade. It's kind of like NASDAQ, but it's also very crazy. So be careful with your lot sizes if you're trading the USD because this thing is very volatile. If you look at it, look at what it did. Okay, it went up, down in the space of a day. So this is actually something that's very crazy. So if you're trading this, you go in and out, okay? Especially if you've got very limited capital, okay? But anyway, let's go back to topic. Right, I'm gonna do this one and another. I hope you're taking screenshots too, like for levels or whatever, But anyways, like I said, on the H1, mark up your chart, the previous highs. Like this literally takes less than 2 minutes to do this. Okay. And then you just mark up charts. Let me just do that. I'm just gonna be very quick, guys. I'm gonna be very quick. Okay, I'm gonna be very quick. Very easy, very easy, very easy. So yeah, we're trading breakouts. We're trading breakouts. We're using support and resistance. Okay, now my computer's lagging. Okay. I'm just gonna do it roughly, guys, so that I can get my point across. Okay, then after you got your trend lines, your support and resistance lines, you do your trend lines. Okay, you do your trend lines, you do your trend lines, you do your trend lines. Okay, so now we see what's going to happen. Look at this. Okay, so as you can see, guys, we understand the market a little bit better now. And then we jump to the 50-minute chart to see what the indicator is telling us. So right now, the indicator is telling us to buy. Okay, so when are we going to buy? We're going to buy when the price now, if you see, like if I zoom out, you can see that that's a trend line right there, and then it's at a resistance. So if the price breaks and closes above this level, we know we can buy. And where are we targeting? The next level is there. And then if that level is broken, where's the next target? As you can see, it's the previous daily high. If it keeps going up, that's where you target. Okay, so basically once you find a trade and you know where it's going, you just input your stop losses, you input your take profits, and then as it goes into profit, you just basically use a trailing stop and risk management to manage your trade. So those are very, very important things that you actually need to understand how to do, okay? and I see another trend line here that I can draw in case it drops. So once you've got your support and resistance in your trend lines, okay, you just anticipate the breakout. You wait for the price to actually escape a trend line or escape support or resistance level. Okay, so that's what you wait for. Okay, but this looks like it still wants to rise and go to those top levels there. So I'm gonna look. I've got time for one more pair, guys. One more pair. I'm gonna look at Euro JPY. Let's just look at Euro JPY real quick. Okay, Euro JPY real quick. Onyx. Okay, let's just wait for it to load, guys. Okay, then we jump on the H1. The first thing you do is the H1. Every single time, guys, you do the same thing every single time on whatever you trade. Okay, just make sure that it's active in that particular session that you're trading in. Okay, and then you just anticipate the breakouts. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna do this very quickly, very roughly. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me just put one there. I hope you guys are understanding, even though I have to go very quickly. Okay, and then once you've got your support and resistance, you do your trend lines. Okay, you do your trend lines where you see the peaks, you do your trend lines. All right, okay. And then now once that's established, guys, what's the next thing? You jump to the 50-minute chart. Okay. Once you've got that going on, my bad. Once you've got that going on, guys, you just anticipate a breakout. Okay, you anticipate a breakout to either the top or the bottom side. Okay, so when are we actually going to be buying? Okay, if the price now goes up and then it breaks this trend line, okay, the first target they're going to have for buy is this one right here, which is the previous high. And if the price breaks that level, okay, I see another high that I missed there. Okay, so it's another one that I missed for here. Okay, so if the price breaks this level here, you target there. If it breaks that level there, you target there. This is so easy. And then if it goes down, if it doesn't go up and you see it going down, okay, you can actually take the sells when it breaks these levels here. And then once it does that, you target the next zone. And then if it breaks that level, you target the next zone. Okay. So very, very easy, guys. That's actually what I wanted to show you. It's very, very simple. Just needs you to actually have to actually practice it a little bit. But once you have it, you repeat the same steps every single time. And then what's going to determine your success with this is your understanding of the particular market that you want to trade. Okay, so if you're trading in the GBP, in the US session, you need to trade things that move in the US session. If you're trading in the London session, you need to trade things that actually move in the London session, okay? And then another important part is you need to understand how much you're risking when you actually open up trades, okay? You need to understand where, if you put your stop loss, how much you could potentially lose. If you put your take profit, you need to know how much you can potentially make, okay? And then if you actually start making profit, you need to be able to manage that. So those are the important skills that you actually have to have in order to be successful with this, okay? So anyways, guys, let's just conclude the meeting right here. If you've got more questions beyond this meeting right now and you want to ask some things or you're not too clear about some things, just send me a text on the social media platforms and then we can address those concerns there. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for joining. I'll see you tomorrow for the cash out system.